What's up, everyone? Yeah, I'm here, man. You worried I wasn't gonna show? What are you guys up to? Yo, what up? What are you guys doing tonight? Play some Vaughn? Vaughn what? Vaughn Trap? What's Vaughn, dude? What's Vaughn, my dude? Martin, all over the place, man. You're an animal. Do you sleep? King Vaughn? He's big time dead, isn't he? Should I pour one out for him? He's dead. Play a song. King Vaughn is dead. He was a gigantic loser. How's that? Why'd you kill King Vaughn? You do it? I've never heard of Quando Rondo. Is he good? Or does he suck? Going live. Make a decision, Tom. What the hell? Look at that. Affidavit of no loss. Start signing. Submit. Bang. One thing done. What's up, Wyatt? Are you like on a Wyatt and what's that show? Ozarks. There you go. What? Alright, whatever. Let's get to them tomorrow, huh? Here you go, crazy dog. Jason Tatum undergoes season-ending surgery for ruptured Achilles. How about that? Not much chance to win anymore. Ruptured Achilles. Pretty sure that's not a good thing. Alright, can't pay that. That's wonderful. How are you two mokes doing? Hey man, thanks for the follow. Hey, thanks man. What do you? Oh wow, Indiana won. Looks like it's gonna be Indiana and New York. That's a good throwback. Wow, Cleveland. What a choke job. That's not a foul. What's up? What's up, Mikey? How you doing, man? How's life? What are you guys up to? I'm doing pretty well. My dog's going bananas on this. Santa Rose, thanks, man. All right, all right. What's this? This actually charged me? I gotta check. Jeez. Oh. What's that say? France? Yeah, we're rioting. We're rioting in France. You guys want to riot with me? All right, what is this? View all documents. Oh my god. Kind of don't want to sign this, but so I don't feel like I should. Dunk that? Woo. Woo. Tom. Who's Tom? I don't know. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna play the Outer Banks. It's hot. I like you. I like you too.
What's the vibe there, man? First impressions cruising. There's just like
Man.
tourist town.
Very Hallmark-esque.
Yeah.
You start to learn everybody's names and become regulars, and it's just, hey, how's it going? And very
Cool.
sweet and friendly. Everything is all right here. You can run across the street and grab a sandwich from Richards for lunch and just put a sign on the door saying, be back in 5. Like things like that. And of course, we lock doors and stuff, but I don't know.
No bars on the windows.
Exactly. Twinkle lights, though.
Nice.
There was a true crime book called Murder in Manio, but
Oh, no way. Nice.
but that was from the 80s, I believe, early 90s maybe.
So the Netflix Outer Banks series, you said it blew things up here.
Yeah, they filmed down in Princeton, and some of the scenery they used was like really accurate, like some of the sound and through the bushes and things like that. But the whole like like there's not really a good side of the island, bad side of the island,
Right.
per se.
Okay.
It is all very touristy, and I think that show brought a lot of tourists in. Because when that show came out, the first season, I was working at a surf shop, and you'd have people coming in saying, "Oh, where's that lighthouse?" It's like it's not even in the States. So.
They filmed in South Carolina.
Mhm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So how did the locals feel about it?
I think most people were the biggest fan of it. Right. I think the biggest laugh that the locals had was there was a ferry that went from here to Chapel Hill. There's a ferry that went
That's
from here to
inland.
Chapel Hill.
That's inland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, go ahead now.
No, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. What are you hanging out there?
Well, it's just for Kids Fest.
You got Kids Fest happening?
Yeah, we're a local non-profit partnership, so we do
Kid Fest.
Kids Fest, and a bunch of vendors locally come, and it's free for.
Can I record that here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So free for anyone to come?
Yes, it's free. It's for ages birth to 5. We're a early childhood education nonprofit. So
How is it going right now? Early childhood education, would you say?
it's the most important thing, right? The birth to 5 is the most important age, and pouring into it and supporting it is one of the best things that we can do. So I definitely continue to do so.
You get a lot of purpose out of it?
Yes, very much. So I'm a family support services parent educator.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much. much.
It's important.
Thank you. Y'all have a great
You're on a video. You're okay with it?
Oh, yeah.
What we got today, Ori?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad.
12 boxes of books.
Yeah.
How's business? You sell a lot of books?
Oh yeah.
Watching
Sell a
Peter
lot. Our
Santino.
whole thing is like putting the right book in the right hands at the right time, all that kind of stuff.
What do you mean hand sell?
So if there's a certain book that we really love,
Yeah.
a lot of times someone comes in and is like, they're like, hey, I really liked this book. Do you have something similar or things like that? And we just walk through like different options and oh, I really loved this one. This one my boss really loved, you know, and we kind of give them a couple options
Okay.
to think through.
I love supporting the local bookstore. It's a beautiful thing. Downtown books?
Downtown Buck.
Nice.
My favorite place. We love indie bookstores. We just had indie bookstore day actually.
Are they making a comeback, do you think?
I would say so. I think reading kind of started to make a comeback. I think a lot of books blew up on TikTok. So I think
Is reading making a comeback for you guys? What do you guys think?
Is burning out in the digital too?
Possibly. At least a lot of people I talk to, they're kind of trying to escape reality to read some.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow. He works hard, huh?
He sure does. Ori's the best.
Ori, how's business lately? Busy, huh? Okay. Look at that. North Carolina, $2.89 a gallon. Fill up the tank, not even $30. Have not seen that in a long time. That's for sure.
It is always cheaper down there when I go. What up, man?
Right, guys, that was quite a drive, roughly 45 minutes.
Oh,
Now in the
damn.
town of Verdun. And look at that. The road just stops right at a big pile of sand. Huh, interesting.
That's crazy. Just stops.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful Atlantic. Water a bit brackish, but turquoise and blue out there. I wonder if there were others that were removed. That's interesting how that one's just standing on its own over there.
Yeah. Houses built right on the ocean
See the sand just
in the Outer Banks.
comes like snow. Lifting that one.
Like, yo.
Here we have the life-saving station historical site, home of America's forgotten heroes. Let's check this out. So what were you just saying? Like, what is this here?
Well, the United States Life Saving Service was written by Congress in 1870
Okay.
as a result of all the shipwrecks crashing on our shores and out in the ocean on the shoals. And so the citizens who used to effect all the rescues finally went to Congress practically in arms and said, you've got to do something about these wrecks. So they wrote the bill for the United States Life Saving Service, and that was in 1870. Well, prior to that, in 1790, Congress also wrote the bill for the Revenue Cutter Service, originally called the Revenue Marine. And their job was to collect taxes and tariffs off the high seas, and that was our country's only source of income at the time. And
Okay.
so then it was in 1915 they merged those two entities to create the United States Coast Guard. And
Oh,
all
that's
that
interesting.
Leandra takes
That's how it
over
started.
for you.
You're great.
Yes, I had to go read the school
So
bus.
this is what was going on here.
Yes, that would be the Merlot rescue. It's not the most highly decorated maritime rescue. We can tell you all about it. And
All right.
she knows all the news. That's how we do.
Leandra is even more storied than you?
Oh, she's full of stories.
Wow. Wow.
I'm Dinah. What's your name?
Peter,
Hi, Peter.
nice to meet you.
Leandra.
Do you want to borrow my brush, Leandra?
That's my son.
Hey, it works. There were a lot of pirate attacks here too, right?
Mostly down further.
Down further. Blackbeard was,
Overthrow.
so he was beheaded, right? Is that the
Yes,
story?
the Virginians came down, tricked him. They partied pretty hardy, the
Yeah,
pirates did.
sure.
And so he saw this ship, but he didn't see any men. They were down below. So they come up charging. He jumps across on their boat thinking there's nobody there. He's got his swords, he's got his guns. He would light firecrackers, put them in his hair, so he looked like the devil because his eyes were really black. And it was amazing how long it took him to die. They shot him, they stabbed him, he just kept fighting. And
You gotta fight back.
They got him down and they beheaded him.
Whoa.
And the myth
Boom.
is that he swam around the boat 7 times with no head. Another myth is that they put his
I don't think
head
that happened.
on the boat and took the boat, Virginians' boat, back up to Virginia to show that they killed him. Scott Dawson, you need to stop down there at the West Colony Museum because he knows a lot about Blackbeard. He said that's not possible. It would have rotted. It just didn't happen.
Is this in Buxton?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you first go to town.
Okay, cool. So just so much history here, huh? Look at all these are all shipwrecks?
Yes, sir.
Every one of these.
Yes. That's a better map over there.
Okay, so all the shipwrecks, why? It's just a hard place to sail?
Sand. Here you've got the Labrador Current coming down to right here. It ends right here, the
Yeah.
key point. Then you've got the Gulf Stream coming up this way. You've got Diamond Shoals that's a sandbar 30 miles out. And the Gulf goes around that and it's the fastest way to get to Europe. In the sailing days, they were closer to shore. You do not want to be close to the shoreline. The undercurrent, it's all sand. And that sand is constantly changing. So if you were captain, you came last month, it's not the same place.
Okay, I noticed some of these houses I drove by, it looked like a snowstorm, but it was a sandstorm, like all the sand banks, and it just blows around everything. It's
So
kinda like some of the-
Trichinopoly is an Algonquin word. It means sifting, shifting sands. You're on a barrier island. It's a ribbon of sand. You're 24 miles out in the ocean right now.
Yeah,
So the sand from where the beach is pushing this whole island west and south 3 inches a year.
oh, interesting. Wow.
So when there's something going on in the Gulf, either down in New Orleans or down in Galveston area, the picture like that tells me there was either a hurricane that started in Aruba or there was something in the Gulf.
Okay.
Because the volatility changes, it churns, the breakers are sometimes 5 miles out.
What if, when uncertainty is high, heck, when chaos is high, it's actually the best time to start to do your own thing?
The question you gotta ask yourself, I think, is when things look out of control, isn't it time for you to take control? You know, to maybe create something that's all your own that no one can take from you.
So
What's-
that was
what's this
World
mean?
War I, August 1898. So the German torpedo that discovered it in 2, it was her maiden voyage. She'd come from New Orleans getting aviation fuel. And 42 guys ended
Where's
up in
my-
the water, 5 were killed in the boiler room. 6 surfmen saved them. There's supposed to be 8. 1 was on vacation, 1 quit. So John Allen is right here. His descendants own that Liberty gas station.
Okay.
Mr. O'Neill, right here, who's the cook, and is asking permission to go help these guys out because he knew all the drills. And Captain John hollers back at him, what you need to do is you need to go make 200 biscuits, put whatever jam and meat we have in it. These guys are gonna have to eat when we get them out of that water. Because it's Labrador current, it's cold.
Gotcha. How is the culture here now?
That's an interesting question. I compare it to Alaska. I lived in Alaska.
Interesting.
It's a fishing village. And in fishing villages, people are self-sufficient. But when you want to be social, all you have to do, or you need something, all you have to do is say it, and people will show up to help you out.
Okay, so you can live a high level of independence, but there are people there if you need them.
Mm-hmm. Nature's important. You have to learn to read the water. You have to learn to read the sky. The clouds on this side, on the ocean side versus the sound side, are totally different. When the clouds come over here, they move around, and then they go out to the ocean. And there were some really black clouds, and that's when I discovered how they moved. And because it moved around and it come over here, the next thing I hear is the lightning strike. We had the wild gun out, they were doing, everybody scattered quick.
So we've been driving right up there near that telephone pole, parallel to this. And so the whole way, the camera's been off for a lot of the time, but the whole way is just undeveloped beachfront like this.
Look at that beach.
It's the biggest stretch
What's
of
poppin',
undeveloped
man?
beachfront on the East Coast.
What's up, Extreme? How you been, man? How come you never say what's up anymore? Huh? Never even say hi. Huh? Never even say hi, man. Can't believe it. What are they doing over in India? Hey, follow. Boom, 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 boom. I got a bunch of new followers on TikTok. I guarantee you I'm gonna get 0 on YouTube. No one's even watching. Got a bunch of people on X. X gonna give it to you. Ugh. Immediate. Health forces sale. Waste management. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, bum, bum. South Shore American Bistro.
Coast. And I gotta say, it's got like almost like a bit of a West Coast feel in that sense. It's a little bit of the West Coast on the East Coast. To see these massive stretches of nature like this. And as you can see in North Carolina, you can drive your pickup out on the beach. A lot of people are fishing out here and whatnot. But the camera's been off a lot because it's been open road, small town, vacation rentals, little local communities, and beach. This is pretty much what it's been on repeat for the last hour or so. You've come here 30 years.
Yes, from since 1994.
Wow. From where?
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yes.
And how is it?
Very fun. Very windy. Very cool.
Do you see big change in 30 years or no down here?
The price are
The price are higher,
yes.
but the vibe is similar?
Yes. We were in Island Creek before, but it's too expensive.
Okay.
Renting the house over there, yes.
You know, I grew up in Vermont. I used to go to Montreal all the time in childhood. See Canadians games.
Yeah.
I
Well,
loved it.
hockey game is over now for Montreal Canadiens.
I know, you need to root for the Florida Panthers.
Maybe more Canadian team, maybe.
Je me souviens. Bye-bye. I think that's the Quebec license plate. We will remember. I believe that's what that means. Any Quebec viewers out there, what are you remembering? Is it the heritage? That would be my guess. The French language. Look at that. It's beautiful. This is a nice town. Very peaceful. Very chill. And for any Canadians that are worried about coming to the U.S., or vice versa, I just think it's a bit ridiculous. Well, maybe your principles are you don't like the politics, got it. But as far as people, there is no friction. Nobody cares. Don't let the internet and TV manipulate you and control your mind to the point where you won't travel to places that are going to be welcoming and cool. And I say that vice versa. I have no problem.
Dog, no.
I don't know when I'm going to Canada next, but I'm not worried about going to Canada at all. Unless there's a serious security risk. I wouldn't have gone to a lot of the countries I went to where the policies or the political relations in the line, places like Saudi Arabia, Iran. I wouldn't go there now, actually. That's one I would not go to. Tajikistan, Uzbekistan at the time I was there. People are people, politics are politics. All right, this is a local cool town. I like it. I like it. Very chill.
I'm Greg.
I'm Gavin, and we're the founders of Magic Spoon. We grew up loving cereal. We quickly realized our childhood favorites were just empty carbs and sugar.
So we set out to invent our own from scratch. We got rid of the sugar, grains, and all the other junk, and that left us with this.
Then we recreated the magical taste, packed it with protein instead, and gave it a classic cereal shape.
We loved it, and everyone else seemed to love it too.
We called it Magic Spoon. Try the magic for yourself at magicspoon.com.
That's interesting. I have to try that out. Magic Spoon. Cereal is so bad. It should be a good thing to eat, but the stuff they put in it is just awful.
Quebec. Wow. Quebec. How you doing, sir? I'm trying to understand all the Quebec plates. Is there an event down here or something?
Oh, look, the sugar car's here.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Well, that's cool. You love it down here.
Yeah, it's a nice piece.
All right, sir. Bon voyage. Well, that's interesting. Didn't expect that. Yeah, it's all Canadians here. Ontario.
Yeah, 'cause
Quebec. You never know until you
go to North Carolina instead of Quebec for the winter. North Carolina is 50 and 60 degrees. Quebec's like 0.
Honoring their sacrifice. On December 14th, 1941, Germany declared war on the United States. The Nazis launched Operation Drumbeat, a swift and devastating blow to the eastern seaboard In 8 months, German U-boats sank nearly 400 ships along the U.S. East Coast. On April 9th, 1942, British tanker was torpedoed east of Cape Hatteras, just south of here. 28 of the 50 men on board perished. The remains of 2 men, 4th engineer Michael Cairns, 28, and another unidentified sailor washed ashore. Local citizens cared compassionately for the fallen, respectfully laying them to rest with military honors. Each year, a community ceremony honors the British seamen who came to our aid. And here we have a very small British cemetery. You grew up here.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. So I live like 2 houses away from the house I grew up. No, 1 house away from the house I grew up.
No way.
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, I love it's like, nature. As far as like the East Coast, this is a national seashore. No matter what, there's places you can go and there's just nothing around. You can either go back in the woods, you can go to the beach. Like all of the sound side is national park. So it's like the state can't, it is what it is. It'll always be like that.
No way. So not much more can be developed here.
No. This was a pretty big place, especially during World War II. There was a Navy base on the beach, and that was where they were monitoring for submarine activity off the coast. And so it was like kind of hush hush. There was like a blow up tank and like a blow up missile, so that from off the coast it looks like there was more here than there was.
Okay.
The Navy kind of left a little mess behind, so that's what we had to clean up the last couple of years. It did their erosion, washed the beach away to where the base was. There was like all these structures that got left behind, and there was petroleum leaking, and it's kind of gnarly.
Okay.
So but that's all cleaned up.
I gotta try something.
Okay, so you're a surfer.
Yeah, that's been my career since I was like 18. Not that I was like really making very much when I was 18. Or that I make that much now. There's not much money in surfing unless you're at the very top, but it's kind of like a lifestyle thing, Like I get to see my family a lot, take my kids to the beach, go surfing with them.
All right.
If it wasn't for the lifestyle, there's plenty of other jobs out there that pay better.
Dude, thanks for taking me out here.
Yeah, so we're gonna head out to Cape Point. This is kind of like our famous strip of sand. It's a barrier island, so the sand changes. But I gotta let Dave know.
Let's do it.
Oh, might need some.
Yeah. What do you want to go down to?
It's gonna 25 because it's been pretty windy. It's probably pretty soft.
Every time you go on the beach, you drop the air pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm driving out somewhere where I know the beach is hard, then I won't worry about it. But I just filled these up. Some of the beaches around here are a little more packed down, especially in the winter time, so you can get away with more.
What's it got? Oh, I see they're loosening it. Take the air out of the tires.
You used to be able to drive like nearly everywhere, and then back in 2012, we got all these new RV rules, off-road vehicle. They closed down certain sections, and it's not as free as it once was, but still, it's like you can drive on the beach. Not a lot of places you can do that on the coast.
Yeah, right. This is wild out here. All these trucks they're all fishing.
Yup. People just want to come out here and post up for the day and go to the beach. Any of the beaches you can drive on are somewhat like this, but this is, you see how packed in everyone is?
Yeah.
It's like, this is the fishing kind of epicenter of the island for as far as beach fishing goes. It gets crazy on a good night when the drummer biting, there'll be 100 guys on the big rock. Someone hooks up and they're all dancing to get over and under. It's pretty cool.
So I'm guessing you have like a Boston Tea Party here equivalent that said no more pickup trucks on the beach.
Yeah, well, that actually happened. So like back relatively back in 2012 when they were trying to implement all the new rules, because you used to be able to drive from here all the way to Frisco, which you can't really see the way the beach is set up.
Yeah.
We had huge we got together and spelled out the beaches or whatever. You see where all this sand is in relation to the beach. So where we're at right now, 8 years ago we'd be in the water. All of this sand
All right.
was out there. It's like you can't even wrap your mind around it unless I showed you a photo of it, but millions of cubic yards of sand shifted from out there to this place, so now it's got a different shape. I mean, they wanted to shut down more than they did, so we saved a little bit. This is just special. That's why you're here.
Oh, this is cool. Look at it. It's just ultimate tailgate parties have.
Yeah, my dad said back in the day, so many nights after work or whatever, people would just come out here and have bonfires, yeah, just like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, their graduation, they'd come out and have like a massive bonfire.
It's supposed to be good.
Together and stuff. It was like,
Tip bar.
some of my local friends here refer to it as the Buxton Country Club.
Only thing you need is a rod and beer.
Yeah. I haven't been out here in a couple weeks. This, like, see how shallow, I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, but how shallow all that is?
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago, it was deep there, and it was shallow over here. From that, like, it's already
So
changed.
is your island growing? Or it's just changing? Shifting.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
it is eroding. Like, the beaches aren't as wide as they once were, but that's because we built on a barrier island. Barrier islands want to shift. They don't always migrate west. Like, you need the sand to be able to flow and come back. But if you build on the edge, then it just kind of like erodes.
Alright, get out with it.
Interesting.
There's evidence that the lost colonies are actually here. You know, from Romania, they got lost. They came here. There's artifacts that have been dug up from like thousands of years ago. Like, this place has been here for forever. Because of the way that the offshore currents are, the Gulf Stream and the Labrador, like, it's not going anywhere. If those currents go away, maybe, but as long as those currents are there, like, this is going to be here in some fashion.
You guys are shark fishing.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharks around.
That's illegal to catch sharks.
Oh, look, they got one.
No way.
Big one.
Oh, wow.
You see that? That was cool. You see the baby moving in her belly? That was neat.
I had a big southern get burnt on. You just caught that. You let it go. You didn't want to keep it?
Yeah.
Because it's got babies.
Just in general.
If it didn't have babies, would you kept it? No.
Hey everyone, big heads up, Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30 sticks for $36, which comes out to $1.20 per stick. But before you go and stock up, first, here's why these are the fastest growing meat sticks on the market and a staple in our house. Number one is the quality. The beef sticks.
I didn't work out enough today.
Grass-fed beef.
Yeah, I guess
Venison
not.
is also 100% grass-fed. Chicken sticks are made with actually pasture-raised chicken as opposed to free-range.
A weekly video Bible study. What's up, man?
And the
What's
main
up, Mario?
pork sticks
Mario?
are made with
Mario.
legit pasture-raised.
Haha.
So that means more nutrient-dense meat and no antibiotics. Number two, there are no seed oils. Most other sticks are made
Hey, thanks for sharing.
encapsulated citric acid, which contains seed oils, which our family just doesn't eat. Instead, Paleo Valley naturally ferments them.
We caught one 10 to 10 before.
Oh, wow.
10 land, 10 deep. Guess you saw the story of the great white.
No.
You didn't know a great white was caught off the beach?
No.
First ever.
When?
And month and a half ago. Whites, Texas, you got to turn loose. Catcher baits.
The biggest we've caught this week was 94 inches. And the world record is 7 feet 4 inches and an 8. 225 pounds. So that was bigger. You know, we were 2.5 inches on the world record.
Wow. Do you live here?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone knows everyone, right? When you
Pretty
live
much.
here?
If you're here in the winter, what? Oh, dude. This saves you from having to kayak every day. And I hook this to my kayak, and then I kayak out there. Today it's not a big deal, but some days, you know, you have a 4 or 5 foot sea.
When you kayak out there for what?
Take the bait.
Ooh.
I'll put the bait in the kayak.
You can't toss it with a rod far enough?
No, we'll go hundreds of yards.
Anyone else use this out here? I've never seen one.
A few people do.
Okay.
But like that thing's like $3,000 delivered. So the big white shark that we caught, that was a kayak bait. We put the bait in the kayak, big tuna head about the size of a watermelon, kayaked it out, dropped it off.
I want to see how it stays on there.
I'm not even doing it.
When did this come out? The aqua tank?
At least 10 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is sick.
Next level fishing? far are you putting that thing out there?
A couple 100 yards probably. That's crazy. A lot less paddling. That would go fast. And it goes a lot faster without a giant head. Right.
Whew.
Let's release button and let's return home button. And then when you release it, this thing just pops up like this.
Thanks for the phone, man.
Gotcha. If you want, put a GoPro on there and send it out.
Then a shark gets it. They don't have drones for this, do they?
They do, but you're not allowed to use them on the national seashore, which is good because if you could,
Everyone would be buzzed.
everybody, yeah, it would be,
It'd be so annoying.
yeah, yep.
Do you guys have a base here?
Norfolk. Yeah, it's like 3 hours west. Yeah. This is like kind of the wild west of airspace. Yeah. When these guys get out here, it's like they kind of just do whatever because there's no one around. What are the smaller,
The small ones with the twin engines, they're
Yeah, yeah.
P-38s. Those are like the trainers, the F-18 Super Hornets.
Because I see those guys flying upside down so low.
You can see their
See the
helmets.
person, yeah. All these massive houses and rental properties and like millions of people every summer is like this place is wild. It wasn't really designed for that. But like we as an economy as locals catered to the tourism. Now the tourist demand, like they have AC in their 20-bedroom home and home theaters and like all these amenities that this place can't like naturally provide.
When you move here, you fully know that literally in an hour's worth of time, you have to get what you have and get off this island, or you're going to lose every material thing you own.
Or at least get it up.
Right.
With hurricanes.
Well, or a tidal wave or a hurricane, yeah. But that's part of the lore of living here, I think.
Locals knew and still know not to live on the ocean side. It's like you live where it's safer. In all reality, even when, Esterin's washed out or whatever washes out, it's like a period of time for a couple days and then it's back to normal.
So you guys aren't worried about sea levels rising at all? That's not a concern here?
So, not in my lifetime. Okay, say, how much is it rising? You're saying an inch a year, 5 inches a year, right? What does that mean to this island?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to keep bringing sand in. Whatever the level, whatever the mean tide is, right, it's going to continue to bring sand. It's going to continue to deposit sand. At some point, it's going to move closer to the mainland, and then it's going to reset back out. I mean,
Yeah, and you'll have a big storm that just completely shifts everything. I think that's like to his point. It's like it's not going to go away. It might change. It might look different.
Right.
But the ocean's going to just move the sand where it moves the sand, and it'll be.
during COVID, the island was closed, and we realized that the economy here was doing pretty well with just the locals, the purchasing and going out to dinner and all that stuff. Now that wasn't for over a year, but for 6 months we realized that we don't need the tourism as badly as the politicians in Dare County kind of feel we do. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people here, our jobs, everybody's work depends on it to maintain our standard of living.
Yeah.
And I would like everyone that could experience this and appreciate this to come to the island. But what I don't want is people coming here, oh, we need a Starbucks, we need a McDonald's, we need, they come here and they want to make it where they come from and they don't like it there, so they come here, kind of thing,
It's like when they wanted to do the hotel in Hatteras. It's like,
Yeah.
man, you can go anywhere else on the East Coast, sit in a hotel on the
Right.
ocean front. Like, you come here to go away.
So you don't have any chain anything down here?
The only thing chain we have is Dairy Queen and Subway.
Subway, yeah.
Okay, so up north in Nag's Head, a lot of chains.
A lot of chains.
Sort of blown up there.
Sure.
Blown out, blown up, however you want to look at it.
Yes.
But down here, none of that.
None of that. And I know you've been all over the world. I grew up in the Philippines. I lived in Mexico. There is no place in the world I would rather live than where I am.
Amen to that.
Yep. My wife and her buddy were fishing here, and a skull, a head, rolled by. Where do you see that? A skull. In 2017, we had an island out here that was famous called Shelly Island. A dude found a fossilized woolly mammoth tusk, right? Like, shark? No? Yep. I love these big rays, though.
I didn't know that.
You want another picture?
Wow, look at that.
Just watch the tail.
Is that a tail sting?
Yeah, it's got a barb. See it?
That's pretty gnarly, no?
It's got two barbs right there. Those are real short ones.
So is that a rush doing that?
Sharks way better.
Before you guys
What's up, man?
climb on top of my truck, I'm serious. It's 8 feet, right? You will not believe the difference this place looks like from 8 feet off.
Oh, I believe it.
It's just like a
It's
boat.
like walking up a dune.
Yep.
Or yeah, being in a tower compared to on the deck.
He said climb up the ladder. This is an event. Wow. That was cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
And so guys, if you're into surfing, I didn't know this, but Brett's a big time surfer, and you got a channel.
Yeah.
You shredding waves.
Yep, surfing, fishing, it's a little bit of both, but it's majority surfing.
So more local content linked down below in the description. Brett, you're the man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, dude.
All right,
No way I would have seen that.
I gotta get running too.
Thanks, man. Later.
Thanks everyone for joining. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we've reached the far south of the island